Hi, welcome to another hashtag Now Smoking cigar review. This week we're going to be smoking the Crux Epicure Maduro Toro. Now this is a company that is run by two young fellows, Casey and Jeff Haugen, and they're really nice guys, and I've even got their beautiful 2019 catalog and we'll get into that in a minute. But the Crux Epicure Maduro, this is part of their Epicure line. I've had the regular Epicure with the red band. This has the black band, and it is a San Andreas Maduro wrapper over a Nicaraguan filler and binder. So the cap looks really nice. It looks like about 2 seams, has a nice head, a really nice firm feel to it all the way. The seams are pretty good. It's pretty well rolled. We're outside again here, so, and it's breezy, so we don't know what's going to happen again with the burn, but let's cut it. Oh yeah, it's a big crack. And let's get some pre-light flavors. Yeah, get kind of like a cocoa essence, you know? That's not bad. That's nice. Well, let's hope that the cigar, when I light it up, tastes like that. So, anyway, I brought this table lighter today, and this is a 4-flame cigar table lighter, and it's a little harder to toast your cigar with this kind of a lighter. I have to be careful with that because it's hard to see the flame. So, wow, nice. Yeah, the initial puffs. I'm getting a little bit of that like cocoa and some earth, some sweetness. Now, San Andreas Maduro wrappers tend to be naturally sweet, which is why I like them a lot. And so far the burn seems to be going okay. Looks like we got a decent light out of this. Yeah, it's pretty tasty, pretty tasty. So I'm getting a little bit of pepper, kind of mixed in with that cocoa. I'm getting some pepper through the nose. I'm not retrohaling, but the smoke sometimes will get up into your nose, as you know. Yeah, it's definitely got some front loading to it, and it's so I'm getting a lot of pepper now. That little cocoa trail is still in there, but it's kind of like at the bottom. And why don't we see how it goes until we get to around the 1st inch, and then we'll really get into it. All right, so we're now fully invested in this cigar. We've got to the 1st inch point, and the ash looks really nice. It is firm. It is very light gray, with a little bit of gray striping in it. Feels really good. Feels good in the hand. Let me see about the flavor here. It has rounded out a bit. Yeah, getting some nice flavors again. It is a bit peppery, and getting still some of that little cocoa flavor, and a lot of earthiness to them. This is a Nicaraguan cigar basically, and Crux is a boutique company, and they put out their 2019 catalog for retailers. One other thing, you should note that the Crux logo and all that is going to be changing. They're going to modernize it a little bit. So this came out before they made that decision, but it shows all of the cigars that they put out. And the Short Solomon, terrific cigar. I've had that. That's the Epicure. This is the regular Epicure, and with the red label. I've had that. Now the Maduro. Let's see what they say about the Maduro. They say, when we asked about a Maduro in our portfolio, we've always promised when it's time and the blend is exceptional. That's because we don't want to add a cigar just to, well, add a cigar. We are now proud to introduce the Crux Epicure Maduro, a cigar with all the richness and complexity we have sought after. Well, it's definitely rich, I can tell you that. It features a mature blend, I like that, mature blend, of filler and binder tobaccos with the San Andreas wrapper. This medium full smoke delivers notes of rich mocha, okay, I got that, cedar, earth, and black pepper. Well, you know, it's pretty right on. I would say, yeah, there is a kind of a woody component to that. And it comes in 3 sizes, Robusto, which is 550, 5 by 50, and the Toro, which is a 6 1/4 by 52. I like that a lot. And the Robusto Extra, which is 5 3/4 inches by 54. And they come in boxes of 10 cigars. So it's really nice. This got a 91 in Stogie Press, so very good magazine. And just looking at some of the stuff here. So the new one they just put out is the Gunner that just came out at the last trade show in Las Vegas this past month. So anyhow, we're really good guys, Casey and Jeff, and they do a really good job. And the cigar is burning pretty well for the conditions. It is pretty breezy again today. I'm trying to keep the lower half down because when you do that, it helps even out the burn. Okay, it's definitely rounded out. The pepper is still there, but it's not as I don't know, say stingy. It's definitely getting into my nose. I can imagine the retrohale on this must be very peppery. So we'll give that a shot in a minute. This ash is hanging on there. Oh yeah, yeah, they're peppery the nose. So far, very good, very good. I'm smoking this at about 9:30 in the morning. Is this a morning cigar? I guess we'll find out soon enough. I probably would have saved this for the afternoon, but it's definitely doable. Let's see how it goes when we get to the second half. Okay, so we're now into the second act, and this cigar is really going nice. And it's morning, as I said, and it's actually a pretty nice smoke. So it's definitely in the medium plus category. Some of the pepper is gone, but I'm getting some pepper on the finish. But I'm still getting a nice cocoa and cedar and earthiness. So the description in the catalog was right on, and that's always good, right? So let's see how we're doing here. The burn, once again, you have a breezy day, but in spite of that, the burn really evened out nicely. So it's a very well constructed cigar. The ash has been really firm since our last scene. I had 2 ashes, and they're pretty firm. I'm tapping one now, and yeah, it's pretty well compacted. And I'm getting a nice, as I roll it here, getting a nice little round ash on the top. The strength has been pretty consistent, and I got to tell you, it's pretty sweet. Some of that sweetness is coming in from that wrapper. I don't know what Nicaraguan tobaccos they used in the blend. They don't say, but I would assume that there's some jalapa in here. I would even say there's maybe some Ligero, some high priming stuff, and it's really well balanced, and I like that too. A cigar should be well balanced, even if it's not complex. It's good to have a well-balanced cigar so the flavors are consistent, and I found that in this so far. It's been very consistent. So the way I would describe it is, the smoke is sweet, woody, earthy, with a very peppery finish. It's not spicy peppery. It's more like maybe a white pepper, a lighter pepper. It's not red pepper. It's just kind of, kind of sizzles on the back of your palate there, So far, very enjoyable. Let's see what happens in Act 3. So we're getting down to the band, and we're in the final third here. Look at that ash. It's really nice. The first ash was really nice too, and I'd say it was well over an inch. This is at least an inch long, and so far it's been very consistent. It's still medium, full in body. I'm getting that note of cocoa, I'm getting the sweetness off the wrapper, and that earthiness, and there's pepper that kind of lays on the palate, just kind of tingles. So it's got a nice long finish, but it is peppery, but it's not overbearing, which is what I like. I don't like a real peppery cigar. So let's take the band off. Let's see how that goes. Always remember to take the band off when the ash gets close to it, because that's where there's more heat, and the more heat, the softer the glue gets and the easier it is to remove the band without harming the wrapper. So some bands are impossible to take off. They use very thick paper. So we'll put that down here. It's very breezy. It's gotten even breezier since we started. There goes the band. And I'm having this with iced coffee this morning because it's a hot day. Thankfully it's breezy, and it's going great with the coffee here in the morning. And I'd say this would probably also go well with a bourbon and or a good rum. I would probably want something that just has a little sweetness to it as far as pairing it with a liquor, because I just like sweet cigars, and I like to have a little extra sweetness when I whatever I pair with it. But so this is sort of like in the middle. It's not super sweet. It's just right, actually, and I really like it. So let's see how the retrohale is now. Yeah, you know what? It's not that peppery, but I'm still getting it on the finish. So you're wondering why I have this orange here. Actually, it's a little mandarin, and we'll get to that when we get down to the nub. So we'll see you then. All right, so we're down to the nub. There's about an inch, maybe just under 2 inches left. It has become a lot more intense. It's definitely medium full, maybe full when you get to the last third. And I lost the cocoa is pretty much gone. It's mostly like woody and very earthy now, and a little bit of mineral is coming out of it too, because we're down to the end. It is a long cigar. It's a 6 1/4 in length, and so you know there's a lot of juice back here in the nub, and it's starting to get a little harsh, but that's natural. It's been a really good smoke. Lots of thick, creamy smoke. Has been very smooth, and it goes great with the coffee. So yeah, it's been really tasty. Even here at the nub, like I said, it's very earthy now. It's mostly woody, a little minerally, but the smoke has been very creamy and very smooth all the way through. And I'm tempted to smoke it down even further because it still tastes really good. And even for the morning with the coffee, it's really been good. So if you like a more full-bodied cigar in the morning, I'd say you could definitely go for this. I think you might be able to enjoy it a little more in the afternoon or in the evening when you can just really relax with it and enjoy all its flavors. It's been very well balanced. I just the construction's been great. It's really held up nicely even on this breezy day. Yeah, it's just still a little hint of sweetness still in there. So I would say this is a really nice smoke from Crux, the Epicure Maduro Toro. And I was talking about the orange before. When I'm done with the cigar, I like to have some citrus fruit to clean my palate, because I'm probably going to smoke another cigar today, and I want to get rid of some of the oils and stuff that came out of the cigar. And this is a nice little, I think this is a cutie or something. That's good. So, Crux Epicure Maduro Toro, terrific. New smokers, I think you can handle this. It's very smooth, very well balanced. But I think the full-bodied smokers, more experienced smokers, would really appreciate what's going on in this cigar. And take one last puff. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. So thanks for watching Hashtag Now Smoking. We'll see you next week, and happy smokes.